Is Saturday, 4th of November 2023. NMCG has been celebrating Ganga Utsav since 2017 every year on the 4th of November, the day on which the river Ganga was declared as the national river of India in the year 2008. 4th November in India and the world history is also celebrated, observed, and remembered for various reasons. It's actually the birth anniversary of Vasudev Palwant Phagde, Bhai Parmanand, Jamal Lal Bajaj, Sudarshan Singh Chakra, and Tabassum Fatima Hashmi. Starting the news, we were analysts with the news. The Hindu states that Nepal earthquake live updates: over 120 killed, 140 injured, rescue work underway. Nepal Army, Nepal police personnel have been mobilized to carry out rescue works. Visuals from the Jajarkot that has been ravaged by the earthquake that struck last night. The Hindu newspaper also states that Israel-Hamas war day 29 live updates. Israel resists United States pressure for humanitarian pause, wants hostage back first. United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken warns Israel that humanitarian conditions in Gaza must improve to have partners for peace. Smoke rises following an Israeli airstrike in the Gaza Strip as seen from southern Israel on November 2nd, 2023. In the newspaper also states that Army's approach of denying women's officers empanelment as colonel arbitrary. Supreme Court says the top court was hearing petition filed by women officers of Indian Army who have been granted permanent commission. View of Supreme Court. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that work starts on shaping first national security strategy. Long wait ends being stitched by NSC Secretariat in the consultation with the ministries' departments. The military and the strategic community have time and again emphasized about the absence of and the pressing need to have a comprehensive national security strategy for India. Indian Express also states that Battleground MP this way to forward get sense of the vote ahead of the November 17 elections in Madhya Pradesh. The Indian Express travels across 9 districts from Sikh India bastion of Gwalior, Chambal, through arid Bhaktan, Khand and tribal Makhashwal and to the end at Kamalnath, Chindwara. Clockwise from the top, women at a social function near Chandbari, Bangli Celeros at Fort Chandri Fort, the local BJP office at Godagon. Indian Express also states that home away from home. Slowly but surely, Manipur refugees find a place in Mizoram. As a polling date for Mizoram State Legislative Assembly election polls closer, these refugees and the situation in their state is a dominant talking point among political leaders, workers, and the media. Children play outside in the Thingdawal Polytechnic Relief Center. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper also states that earthquake news live updates officials unable to connect to some quake hit villages. Prime Minister Dahal to reach spot. Survivors are seen at a Jajarkot district hospital in aftermath of the earthquake in Jajarkot on November 4. Earthquake news live at least 128 people died and dozens were injured after a devastating earthquake with a magnitude of 6.4 struck in the northern western districts of Nepal late on Friday night. The earthquake's impact was felt as far as India's capital New Delhi and the national capital region, over 800 kilometers, 500 miles away. Hindustan Times also states that Gurugram launches a break the neck drive to crack down the liquor swindle. 3 days after IT reported on the rebottling and sale of fake premium alcohol in Gurugram and Faridabad, the Gurugram Excise Department launched a campaign called Break the Neck in the bid to put an end to the illicit business, and notes assuring customers on genuine liquor. Hindustan Times also states that as Delhi battles toxic air smog, Java in court a place non-operational. The rupees 23 crore smog tower in Delhi's Cognite Court Place, inaugurated by Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in August 2021, aimed much fanfare, has gone missing at a time when the national capital and its neighboring areas are battling severe air pollution. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, demand letters for rupees 1,974 crore issues To higher pension applicants under EPS, the EPFO had kept the deadline to apply for higher pensions till July 11. A total of rupees 32,591 demand letters have been issued, with the cumulative demand raised of the rupees 1,974 crore till October 12 from the applicants who opted for higher pension under the Employees Pension Scheme. Following this, it gave a further time of 3 months to employers till September 30 and then another extension till December 31, while employees had time till July 11 to submit their applications. Forex reserves rise by $2.57 billion despite FPI pull-out maturity of $5 billion Forex swap reflects in reserves. A $5 billion rupee swap conducted by the Reserve Bank of India last year, where it sold dollars and bought rupees, matured on October 23, leading to a reversal of the trade. The reserves data for the week reflects the impact of the maturity. Despite withdrawal by foreign investors from the market, India's foreign exchange reserves increased by $2.579 billion to $586.111 billion. During the week and on October 27th, the Reserve Bank of India said on Friday, under the swap of the central bank last year sold a dollar to banks with the agreement to buy back those dollars at maturity. Services sector's prime PMI grows at slowest pace in 7 months, subdued demand amid inflationary surge among reasons. At 58.4 in October, the seasonally adjusted S&P Global India Service PMI Business Activity Index indicated a slowdown in expansion as against 61 in September, signaling the slowest rate of the growth since the March. India's service sector accelerated at his slowest pace in his 7 months, in October, as output and the new business expansion remained soft due to inflationary pressure, as surveys said. The survey said that there is a fierce competition and subdued demand for certain types of services, which has negatively affected the business prospects for the next year. Going towards the world news, including Nepal earthquake, death toll rises to 128, communication cut off with the many areas, says officials. Nepal Supreme Court annuls presidential pardon to convict 14 Pakistani soldiers killed at militants ambushed 2 vehicles carrying security forces in Restio, Balochistan. Hezbollah says wider Mid-East war possible if Gaza assault continues. Hamas attack on Israel, big act of terrorism, but Palestinian issue must be resolved through the dialogue of Jai Shankar says. Blinken urges protection for civilians in Gaza on visit up to Israel amid fears war could widen. Going towards science and technology, gained planets like Jupiter can stop life on Earth like neighbors. A new study has shown that gas giants in distant planetary system can destroy life in Earth. This means that Jupiter is black sheep as far as gas giants go, since it protects life on Earth. Artistic illustration of gas giant planet next to the terrestrial one. Asteroid Dinkinesh is actually 2 space rocks, finds NASA's Lucy mission. NASA's Lucy mission has discovered that asteroid Dinkinesh is actually a binary system of 2 asteroids. This image shows the small asteroid of the binary system emerging from the shadow of the larger. After phones, ARM chips are taking over the PC market. Why it is happening? How did the ARM go from powering your phone to threatening Intel's dominance? The surprising rise of ARM explained maybe the important question in the UPSC. ARM and Intel x86 chips are locked in the battle for supremacy. At last, this is a famous quotation said by Rabindranath Tagore, whose birth anniversary is 7 May 1861 up to 8 August 1941, was an Indian poet, writer, playwright, composer, philosopher, social reformer, and a painter. He reshaped Bengali literature and music as well as the Indian art with a contextual modernism in the late 19th and 20th century. Author of the profoundly sensitive, fresh, and beautiful poetry Gitanjali, he became in 1913 the first non-European and the first lyricist to win the Nobel Prize in the literature. Tagore's poetic songs were viewed as spiritual and mercurial, while his elegant prose and magical lyrical poetry were widely popular in the Indian subcontinent. He was fellow of the Royal Asiatic Society, referred to as the Bard of the Bengal. Tagore was known by the Supreme Gurudev, Kobi Guru, and Biswa Gobi. Rabindranath Tagore says a famous quotation. He says that the fish in water is silent, the animals on the earth are noisy, the birds in the air are singing, but man has in him the silence of the sea, the noise of the earth, and the music of the air. Okay, thank you.